out as much of the chart as possible. This is going to be on your test, which is on Friday. And you're going to have to kind of do the same thing. You're going to have to fill out a chart and go over what everything is. So, number one, if my one-dimension measurement is times 8, what is my two-dimensional measurement? Times 8 squared, which is 64. And then what's my three-dimensional measurement? Times 8 cubed. And what is 8 cubed? I don't know off the top of my head. Remember to do the cubed. You hit this one with a 3, 512. I did know that. I just forgot about it. So 512. All right. If you have the first one, that's all you're doing. For my second one, what if I have the middle column? Square root it. If you are given the middle column, you go backwards and square root it. What is the square root of 81? 9 is my answer. And that goes in the first column. And if 9 is in my first column, what am I going to do? 9 cubed. And 9 cubed is 729. Last but not least, if I am in the third column, and if you were out yesterday, this is what you missed. If I'm in the third column, how do we handle that? So we don't call it square root. What do we call it? Cube rooting. And how do we cube root in this calculator and Desmos? Hit functions. Everybody do this with me if you haven't, because you need your brain to remember how to do this on the test. Go all the way to the very bottom, and you're going to hit the nth root one. Choose the one that says nth root, and you have to put a little 3 there. And then you're going to type in the number. And by the way, you are only doing this if it's in the third column. So what is my answer? 11. Where does 11 go here? In the very first column. The 11 is going to go in the first column. Now, how do I get the second column? 11 squared is 121. What questions do I have about filling out this chart? We're okay? What about these last 3? What's the difference? Besides them being fractions, is there any difference here? Yeah. No. You're just going to make sure that your answers are a fraction. Can y'all please look at me? If you give me a decimal answer, I don't care if it's rounded or right, I'm counting it wrong. I want a fraction answer on this chart on your test. All right? So 3 over 5. 3 over 5. Nope, that's not how to do it. Squared. Again, 0.36. Yeah, that's right, but do I want a decimal? No, I don't care that it's a pretty decimal. I want a fraction. 9 over 25. And 3 over 5 cubed. So I'm going to change this squared to a cubed. 27 over 125. If you don't have this written down, can you please write it down? Again, what do we do for the middle column? Square root it. And yes, your calculator will square root this ugly fraction for you. So hit the square root button, and you would do 100 divided by 121. Again, disgusting decimal, but beautiful fraction. Where does that 10 over 11 go? First column. And then how do I get the third column? Cube that. And again, disgusting decimal, hit the fraction button. And actually, that's kind of a disgusting fraction, but it's what I want as your answer. What questions can I answer for you? Last one, what do I do? Cube root it. So hit functions, go all the way down, put that little 3 there, and then just type in what it is. Four over 7 goes where? First column. And then to find my middle column, I square it. And if I square it, you should get 16 over 49. Do I have any questions? Okay. We'll review this the day before the test on Thursday, but this is 8 points on your test. Can we get that? We can get that 8 points. Okay? All right. Now, tomorrow you have an assessment, and it's going to go over some of the things that I am showing you right now. It's going over composite figures, which we learned last Friday. Remember, composite figures is taking two shapes and making one shape with it. It's not the easiest thing, so I'm going to review it now, so tomorrow you're not like, what? So, what two solid shapes do you see right here? A cylinder and a cone. A cylinder and a cone. Write that down, please. Okay, it says find the slant height of the cone. What is a slant height? What letter do we use for slant height? The cursive L. And where is the slant height? Like the opposite of 6, like kind of, yeah. It's where you would slide down. It's the diagonal right here. So that is my L. That is what I'm looking for. Well, what else do I know? What is my radius of this cylinder? 4. And do you agree that makes a right angle? So if I have 6 and I have 4, how can I find Pythagorean theorem? Do y'all agree 6 and 4 is not a special one that we learned? Yeah. We wish it was 3 and 4, but it's not. It's 6 and 4. So I'm going to have to do Pythagorean theorem, which is c squared equals a squared plus b squared. By the way, you get to use this on your assessment tomorrow. So you should write down what I'm writing down. And I will not be answering questions. I'll say, oh, look at number 2 on your notes. Oh, you didn't write it down. That stinks. Today is Tuesday. All right, across from the 90 degrees is my hypotenuse, is L. So I'm just going to leave that L squared. And it does not matter which one's A and which one's B. You could have put 4 squared plus 6 squared or 6 squared plus 4 squared. What do I do now? Square root it. And what is that going to give me? I don't know. So the square root of 6 squared plus 4 squared is, and it says on here round to the nearest tenth. Tenth is 1 decimal place, so that was 7 point, what was it? 2? 7.2 is my slant height. Cool. What questions do I have? We okay? Okay, if I tell you the volume of the cylinder is 80 pi centimeters squared, that should be cubed. Can everybody put a little cube there? It's volume. Determine the height. Well, if you look at your notes, or if you look at the formula chart, which I'm about to pull up, What is the formula for volume of a cylinder? Big B times height. So volume of a cylinder is big B times height. Well, it's telling us the volume is 80 pi. So I'm going to put 80 pi right there. What is big B mean? The area of the base. What is the base of this cylinder? No. What's the base of my cylinder? What's the base? What shape? It's a circle. What is the formula for a circle? Pi. What's my R here? 4 squared. And then I'm just going to bring down H because that's what it wants us to find out. Does that make sense why I put in this right here? And if you need to note it for you, or note it for yourself, for big B, area of a circle, because the base is a circle. The pi's cross out. How do I get H by itself? And what's 4 squared? 16. So you can either divide by 4 squared or you can divide by 16. Same thing. So in my calculator, I'm going to do 80 divided by 16. 80 divided by 4 squared is 5. So what is my height? H equals 5. And it's 5 centimeters. We'll find the volume of the whole composite figure. How do I find the volume of this whole thing? Add them together. Add what together? Yeah, I need to find the volume of the cone and add it with the volume of the cylinder. Do y'all agree with that? Yeah. Well, how do I find volume of a cone? What's the formula for volume of a cone? 1/3 BH. So 1/3 big BH. Again, my big B, what is my base of a cone? A circle. So how do I find big B for a circle? Pi r squared. And what's my r here?
Is it still 4?
It's still 4. And what is the H for this cone? How tall is this cone? 6. What?
Oh, the cone.
The cone. Yeah, no, the cone. The cone is what? 6. And when you put that in the calculator, what are you going to do? Please do not put pi. So I'm going to do 1/3. Don't put pi, so I'm going to put 4 squared h. And what do I get here? 32 is not my answer, though. What is my answer? 32 pi. Oh, yeah, it's supposed to go outside, but yeah, you could. But it is supposed to go outside, you're right. Like that. Yeah, but we're not done yet. What is the volume of the cylinder? Although it is BH, you're right. Yeah. What? They already gave us this. Do we need to do the volume of the cylinder formula? No, they gave it to us. Could you do big BH and still get the same answer? You should still get the same answer if you did it. But why do all that work when they were nice and gave it to you? All right, what do I need to do? Add them together. What is 32 pi plus 80 pi? Can I add them together? Why? They both have pi. Add them together. What is 32 plus 80?
Is it 112?
So my volume of this whole thing is 112 centimeters cubed. Oh, yeah, I didn't say it. I wrote it. I didn't say pi.
No.
Sorry. Don't forget pi. Y'all, before you turn in your assessment tomorrow, go look through anything that says volume. If it has a cone to do with a cone, a sphere, or a cylinder, it should have pi. Same thing on your test. If it has to do with a cone, a cylinder, or a sphere, and it should have pi. Yes, absolutely, you can use notes. You can use these notes. All right, turn your paper over. What shape do you see? What kind of pyramid? A square pyramid. A square pyramid up top, and what's on the bottom? It's a rectangular prism. It would be a cube if this was also 8. I agree the base is a square, but because that's not 8, it's not a cube. So this is just a rectangular prism. Honestly, I don't like the word square prism. I'm going to keep it rectangular prism. I guess square prism might work, but it's a little, yeah. How many faces does this have? How many flat surfaces on the outside would you count?
9. Wait, not including the second.
Right, we are not including this base right here. We are not including that because that's not on the outside. So how many faces does it have up top around? 4. How many faces does it have right here around? 4. And then on the bottom it has?
1.
So what's 4 plus 4 plus 1? 9. What are vertices? Points. How many points does it have? 9 is right. Or 9 is what I got. How many edges does it have? What are edges? The lines. And this is where I like to kind of like outline them so I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I did get 16 as well. Right, that's why I mark them because it helps me. If you want to mark them with little X's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's why I also kind of go in like a rotation as I'm doing it so I don't lose sight of which ones I counted. That looks like a crazy shape now. Yeah, you might be missing one. Did you do 4 up top?
Yeah.
And then did you do 4 for the base that connects them? And then 4 around, and then 4 on the bottom.
Yeah, it's 16. I'm just not counting correctly.
All right, on this one, it wants us to find the slant height. So the slant height, remember on a pyramid, you're not going to go down, you're going to go down the flat side in the middle. So that is that a 2?
Yeah.
That's a 2. What's going to be on the bottom right here?
4,
Because it's half of 8. If the whole side is 8, half of that will be 4 right here. And I want to find L. So I want y'all to do just what we did last time. C squared equals A squared plus B squared. Get me an answer. that what we got?
Yeah, what was it?
And when we type it in the calculator, what is 2 squared plus 4 squared?
Oh, that is it, yeah. Oh, it's
4.5, because it rounds up, because after the 4 is a 7. So 4.5 is my slant height. Ooh, this next question. It says, find the lateral surface area of this figure. What am I going to do to find the lateral surface area?
Will you do 2 separate ones?
Yeah, I'm going to do 2 separate ones. I'm going to do the lateral surface area of the pyramid plus the lateral surface area of the prism. What is my formula for lateral surface area of a pyramid? 1/2 PL. And didn't we already figure out the L was 4.5? How do I figure out my P? What does P stand for here? What is my perimeter of this base? Yeah, I'm just going to do 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. So I'm going to write that over here just so y'all know. What is that? It is 32. And put that in your calculator, and what do you get? 1/2 times 32 times 4.5 is 72. Write this down, please. What about the lateral surface area of a prism? What is your formula for that? For a prism is just pH. Well, didn't we already find P? Yeah, what was P? 32. What is the H? What is my height of my prism? How tall is the prism? 12. Because we're using this bottom as the base. Because those two are our bases, this is the actual height. And 32 times 12 is 384. And by the way, LSA, LA, same thing. What is the lateral, bless you, surface area of this figure? What do I do? Add them. What is 384 plus 72? And its area, so what is it? Centimeters squared. All right, last one. How do I find the total surface area? What did we just find? Lateral. Do you agree we found around the top and around the bottom? What do I need to do to find the total? Add that base. So right here, I'm going to take my lateral surface area plus the base. What was our lateral surface area? 456. We got that from right here. How do I find the area of the base? Base times height, which is?
8 times 8.
Plus.
Or no, it would be 8 times 5.
No, you're right. 8 times 8. Because the base is the very bottom. The base that we did not find is that very bottom. So you do 8 times 8. Well, what's 8 times 8? 64. So what am I going to do with these two numbers? Add them together. What is 456 plus 64? 520 is my total surface area. And it will be centimeters squared because it's still area. Yes. Yeah, give me a second. All right, this is what your assessment is going to be over tomorrow. I want you to keep it to look through when you have questions tomorrow on your assessment. You will be with a partner of my choosing. For the rest of the class period, you are working on yesterday's assignment. I think it says solids bingo up top.
Yes.
You are working on that assignment and turning it in for a grade. Bye, thanks.